So I don't normally watch One Piece anime. I usually just read manga. But this time when Wano arc started, I heard a lot of good things about it, like there's a new animation, maybe there will be new better pacing. Because I watched a few episodes, I think I've impelled down because it is my favorite arc in all of One Piece, so I decided to watch it in an anime form. But I didn't like it much because, like, first half of the episode we're remembering what happened in the previous episode, and the last half of the episode we're showing what will happen in the next episode, and it's such as it was. I didn't like it. But now I decided to give it another chance with this one arc. So I watched this episode number 892, and I have something to say about it. Let's start from the opening. Okay, I love the opening actually more than the actual episode. Yes, but there were a few problems with this opening, and I mean spoilers. And not only spoilers that can be justified, not only spoilers for non-manga readers, but actually spoilers for us, for manga readers. Spoilers for something that didn't happen yet in the manga, wasn't revealed yet. But let's start from the beginning. From the spoilers that I think are justified, like showing Queen and King in the opening. Yes, in manga we kind of had that moment that we didn't know how they look like. We were like excited to see their designs, to see them. And in anime, they're just shown in the opening how they look like. But it's normal for anime, I think. Showing bad guys in the beginning, in the opening, you have to show something, right? You can't just show the main characters and that's it. But there were a few things that I wasn't a fan of. I'll try not to go into the territory of spoilers too much because maybe some non-manga readers are watching it right now, my review. There were a few scenes, like that scene, with that guy who was being shot, being on a cross. Do you think this is a scene that should be in the opening? Yeah, it's dramatic and it attracts attention, but it's supposed to be a shock, a surprise if the series go on. But I also want to talk about the spoiler for us manga readers. I didn't like it. Why would they do that? They showed Kirishira in one frame, one scene with Ashura Doji, and we know that Ashura Doji is one of the red scabbards. And before and after that, red scabbards were shown too, like Okiko, Norashi, Kinemon. So seeing Kirishira here, my mind goes to the fact that, yeah, he's one of the red scabbards. He's Denjiro. I mean, yeah, maybe they are toying with us. Maybe they are showing that he will be an opponent of Ashura Doji, but it doesn't look like that. And many had that theory that Kiyoshiro is actually Denjiro. I had a video about Kiyoshiro and Komurasaki, what is their plan, how are they connected, and I gave that thought that maybe that hairstyle that we saw in Denjiro silhouette, like a big ponytail or something, it could be restyled in a pompadour, so Denjiro could become Kiyoshiro and nobody would recognize him like it was with Yasui. He changed his hairstyle and that's it, nobody recognized him. So the same could go with Kiyoshiro too. Sure, if he is actually Danjira, it could go both ways. He could turn out to be like evil, having his own agenda and not being loyal to Kazuki at all, or he could be still loyal to Kazuki, to Hiyori, knowing that Murasaki is Hiyori, trying to help her, giving her that house in Ringa, trying to hide her from the Shogun, protecting her from the Shogun, even though I'm not sure if she really needed that protection. So this moment in the opening, it was kind of not nice. I don't want to know the answer yet. I want to learn it from the manga. If they are showing us that Kishiro is actually one of the Red Nine Scabbards, they should show us that in the manga, not in the opening to the anime, when the arc in the anime is just starting. I don't get it. But overall, the opening was really nice. It was kind of fast-paced. The music, I loved it. I loved everything about it. I loved how our characters looked, like Ninja Chopper, Ninja Nami, my beautiful, perfect Okiko. Everything was very nice, and the scenes where Luffy was fighting Kaido, it was cool. It was better than the episode, and I loved the episode. And the pacing was kind of okay, not good, but okay. Maybe I'm used to, the anime that doesn't air like every week or something. So they have more time to make better animation, to make better pacing, and I'm more used to this kind of anime. So I wasn't kind of prepared for this. And some scenes, they looked funny to me, not in a good way, but in a bad way, like too stretched out, not too realistic, like people just standing there like dummies. I'm not used to it. I'm used to more like alive background. And that scene with Zoro, I'll come back to it later. I just wanted to say that it was tense when he was going to do the spooky thing, but then it became kind of stretched out. And when they were showing his abs and all that, it became kind of hilarious for me. I couldn't help it. It should be tense, but it wasn't. It was too much for me. But I loved the music and how Murasaki was playing on her shamisen, complementing all the events happening in this episode. And I loved how colorful everything was. And the houses, the clothes of the people, and Usopp's frog. It was great. And we saw how his toad is smiling. And it was nice seeing our guys, Usopp, Robin, and Frankie, and that Tsundere Carpenter being very Tsundere. I love the scene. It was funny. Overall, I like the structure of the episode. And I think they did a nice job. And I loved how they expanded on Zora's story. That was actually my favorite part. Now Zora is my favorite character. And we had more of Zora. We knew how this happened, how he was arrested. Even if it was kind of strange. Like, if you are a Ronin, shouldn't you actually fight back when they're trying to arrest you? And why didn't you run away? It was kind of funny. But then maybe he was a bit drunk or something. I didn't think about it. And that scene with Seppuku, it was a bit too funny for me, more than tense. But overall, I loved how they gave him more fights. And this is my hope. I'm hoping that we will have more fights in the anime because Oda just glosses over lately, like the Sanji and page one of the fights. So I'm hoping we will see more detailed fights for longer time in the anime. And that's why I think I will continue watching it. Because of this, I don't think I loved it too much, but I enjoyed it still, and I'm happy with all the things that they expanded on. That was great. The last thing I wanted to address is again that Zoro scene. What baffled me, what I found strange, is how he caught the dude and that house. It was like he used advanced armament Haki. I rewatched it a few times, this scene, and he imbued this seppuku blade with Haki. In manga, it looked like he actually cut the house, like it actually connected, the blade actually connected with that man and with that house. It looked like that. But in anime, it totally looked like he used that Haki to imbue his blade, seppuku blade, with Haki. And then he used that advanced armament, that burst. And when he made his slash, the force of his Haki went far away from him, going to that man. For me, it looked like advanced armament, and I'm a bit puzzled. What do you think? Please share your thoughts. Tell me, do you think Zoro used advanced armament? Did you notice him using it before? Do you think it was made just to give a greater effect to wow the viewer. What do you think? Because I don't know what to think. And what do you think about that thing with Kyoshira shown with Ashura Doji? Do you think it's a hint that he is Denjiro, one of the red scabbards, and this theory was right? Because many thought that, I thought that, I had this theory too. Or maybe they're just trying to trick us. Well, these are my thoughts on that new episode, first episode of Wano arc. I could talk a lot longer, but I wanted to discuss only the main points. I'm sure a lot of videos have been made with a review on this episode, so I wanted to point out the things that were the most important in my eyes. If you watched it this far, and if you are not a part of my YouTube channel yet, consider subscribing for more future content. See ya!